It's Fate time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Figma number 304 caster from Fate Extra, also known as Tamamo, the fox, the nine-tailed fox spirit. Not the first caster from Fate Stay Night. I would say this is the more popular one, the more known one, because she has a very distinctive design and just very different. And I love it. So I got her along with all the other Fate characters I've been recently reviewing. So let's dive right in and have a look at Tamamo. I've said it once and I'll say it many more times. You gotta love these Fate designs. It's out of this world, and you have so much variety. From like the warrior princess to like more of a traditional Japanese outfit. And let's have a look at the size with her high plateau shoes, and the ears goes up to 14.5 centimeters, a little shy of 6 inches tall. Now, overall look and detail of the figure, just as I was saying, the look is so unique. I love it. Gonna start off with the animo eyes. Those are very, very detailed. And okay, I'm just gonna go over here real quick to the fox tail because it keeps disconnecting. I have to put something in there. The hole is kind of weirdly molded. And the pack on it is a pack with a ball joint. I'm just telling you that right now because I'm probably not gonna have the foxtail on for the bigger part of this review because I keep having trouble with it. Now back to the face, animo eyes, very nice and detailed. The hair is also in a very great mold. It's really flowing and a bunch of detail in it. You have the fluff in her fox ears, the big blue ribbon in the back, and the two hair pieces that stick out of it, also arm ball joints. And then we go down to the boobies. Big booby alert for the figure. Okay, so one more thing, this figure is full of fan service. You have the big boobies, and I have another surprise for you guys. I was stoked when I saw that. We have the nice golden lines that go around the black and the mold in her arm bands. Do I call that arm bands? The big arm pieces. Really fluffy, has some good range in it. So that looks cool, and more gold and blue as we go down. And now, drum roll please, it's pantsu time! Oh, detailed pantsu. Oh my god, we have detailed pantsu, guys. Whoop whoop, this is pantsu glory. Yeah, we have the blue lines on the pantsu. That's pretty good, I'm a fan of it. Belt piece here in the back with some more gold on it, and ropes, and these things, and the stockings, and the high plateau black shoes, which are a lot more shiny than the rest of the figure, which is cool. I mean, it's plateau shoes, you have the gold, you kind of have the more muted blue, the gold that sticks out. It's a very nice color combination. Another thing to note is that she stands surprisingly well. I just have her balance over here without the base, and it works. I really thought with these big ass shoes that would be an issue, but it's not. So, articulation of the figure, the head rotates around. It is on a ball hinge, classic Figma stuff. That never really changed. Ball hinge goes forward, back nicely, and it does tilt side to side. And then we have, as I mentioned, these are on very, very small ball joints, so you can rotate it around a little bit. Try not to break it off. I mean, it's kind of sturdy plastic. I'm really surprised that they didn't make it more soft. And it's very sharp at the tip, so this might break off if she takes a shelf dive or something, so be careful with that. I'll just kind of lean them to the side. Double ball combination for the shoulder articulation. You can rotate it around at the ball in the shoulder and the other ball at the torso. Actually, I kind of lost myself there. Goes up, goes down, and you can rotate it around also at this piece, but you can also rotate it over here with this entire arm piece. And then we got a big hinge hidden there. It is actually pretty nice, and the conversion of it looks fantastic. You don't really see the hinge in there, except for that part, but that's alright. So for the forearm, that one is just connected to the hinge, and as a result, this piece is floaty. You can rotate that around, and this piece also wriggles around. Can you move it around without the arm? Yes. Then we got hand articulation. It is on a ball hinge. Does go round and up and down. Torso articulation does go back and forth, has still some very nice range considering the big boobies. Don't really get in the way, and it is once again nicely molded, doesn't leave any gaps. And the belt piece has some other ball hinges that are pegged in, so you can bring that out, rotate it around, and bring it up and down in different angles depending on which way you're going. Then down at the hip piece, you can move the hips around, bring it back and forth a little bit, and then a glorious ponzu. Leg goes for it still gets blocked, even though this is all soft plastic, the entire skirt piece. She's still getting blocked. I guess this is too much. Would have had to do a cut there, and I'm okay with them not doing a cut, so it looks better. But you can also rotate it around at the ball joints between the legs, and you have another swivel actually at the pantyhose, not the pantyhose, the stockings. Knee joint, single hinge, and then the foot. It goes forward, goes back, and it does tilt side to side because there's nothing blocking it. So overall, pretty nice. Accessories, first and foremost, I'm going to start off with the two faces. We have the kind of scared face looking to the side and the happy face. I love the one tooth she has in there. It changes on both faces and just perfect. Awesome stuff. Then we got the hands. We got this one to hold a talisman. I'll get to that in a second. 2 fingers, pointy fingers, grabbing hand, and a fist hand. Or is that open? No, it's completely closed. And this one, why does this not keep in there? Stay in there. Alright, then we got talisman. Really tiny stuff. I hate holding these because I fear they're going to fall off. And I'll never find them again. My floor is right. So if this falls down, I just crawl around and go like, where is it? Please, please help me. Then we got, okay, I actually looked this up. So hold on, I gotta look at my cheat sheet. This is called, excuse my Japanese, Syuta Ninku Amaterasu Yanu Shizuishi. Which means Eightfold Blessing of Amaterasu. That's the English name. So I wanted to be fancy and write down the complete Japanese pronunciation. So tell me how I did, but overall look and detail of this. It's supposed to be a mirror. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't put anything on it that really reflects it, but I guess that would have been cheap either way. So this is just kind of like a metallic gray, very shiny. We got some gold and blue around it. The detail on it is very nice. The lines that go down and everything that goes into this is pretty cool. And in the back we got a nice golden plate and a peg hole for your bases. Yes, I said bases. You have this one, which you have a ball joint in the top see-through base, and you put that down over here on this base with another ball joint so you can move those around, and it stands on its own. But then you have this one again with a smaller ball joint and more articulation in there, another arm connected to another ball in there, and you can actually put that on the Figma base. Just connect that to the arm over here, and then you can have that behind Tamamo just floating around, which is really the idea. So then finally you have the Figma base and the Figma back, which rounds off the accessories. So that's gonna do it. Final thoughts of this figure. I mean, amazing. It's just like, Figma does such cool stuff with the articulation and really manages to make all this work. It's always like you have all the stuff in the back, the big boobies and these big arm bands or whatever you want to call that. You might think, okay, what are you gonna do? And they try around with like big hinges and floaty parts, and it all comes together very nice. So overall good. She looks fantastic. There's just something to note. There are some small slips here and there in the gold, which I've seen, but nothing really major that really catches my eye. Overall, the only 2 problems I really have is that the tail is disconnecting, and I also feel like it's a little bit short. I mean, that depends. Different versions of Tamamo have seen the light of day, and sometimes she has a bigger tail, sometimes she has a smaller one. It does kind of get in the way also, so if it would be bigger, it would be even getting more in the way. And I guess you can't really stretch the legs out that much because it's a little bit blocked by the skirt. But for the rest of it, this figure is nicely articulated, looks very good, has tons of cool accessories and you know, cool option parts like having this floating mirror and whatnot. So yes, obviously I do recommend this figure. She's unique, she's well done, she's well made, and just everything comes together very nicely. So there you go, recommend it, go out and buy her if you can still find her. I paid about I think 10,000 yen on the Ami Ami pre-owned section, so that was totally worth my time. And that's gonna do it as usual. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure VS gameplay stuff and whatever Tamamo wants.